I'm a fool for your love.
Yo, what's up guys, Transfer Effects here, and today we are making a tutorial on how to use C40. No, I'm joking, but this is gonna be a tutorial on how I make my C40s. I know you guys voted for a full intro tutorial, but obviously I don't want a long video on my channel, so I decided to split it in two parts. Next week will be the AE tutorial. So we're gonna start with the C40. Already imported Supremes and Mats in here. Already imported the song too. And how I split songs, I use Sony Vegas to split it, and I also use Sony Vegas to find my keyframes for C40 sync. So first of all, I split it to what I need. So I'll show you guys the song in a bit. So first of all, let's work on our Lightroom. Now let's work with our render settings real quick. So this is how I make my intros. Go to this movie button right here. Click and hold and uncheck all frames. Click and hold, and I choose the frame rate that you want it to play in. I'm going to make this intro 60 FPS, so 60. Then go to mode, project, and then change the FPS of the whole composition or project to 60 FPS, or you could just leave it if you want 30. Make sure this frame range thing is on all frames. Alpha channel, check alpha channel, go to format, choose PNG, and click on this button, compositing project file, and check all these. I'm gonna save it. Just save it in a folder. Click on this button and just save it. I'm just gonna save my desktop tutorial. I'm gonna make a new tutorial. No, I'm gonna make a new folder for this. I'm gonna call this intro renders. There you go. Now go to anti-analyzing, go to here, click best. Don't worry about minimal level, go to maximum level and put this to 2x2 and put the threshold to 8. Now go to options, put the ray depth to 6, reflection depth to 2, shadow depth to 6. Now we're going to grab color correction. I usually add contrast 2, and that's pretty much it. Sharpen filter, put that to 10%, and then I'm gonna put object glow. So that's basically my settings. Now let's work on the actual HRI now. So go grab a sky. I'm just gonna rename this to HRI. I already made a Lightroom tutorial a while back. So basically make a new matte by double clicking or choosing create and then new material. Okay, go to texture, click on this arrow, then go to gradient. Click on the gradient. Now go to where it's white and double click and put that to a black. Then go in the middle where the diamond is, go under it and then click. Do the same thing for the other two diamonds. So there and there. Put this to a white. So now your HRI should look like this. Now go to the white and the black in the middle and the white on the side. Go in the middle where the diamond is and click. Now double click and put this to a halfway black, so pretty much a gray. Now do it to the other side like so. Now your HRI should look like this. Now go to type and put the 2D and put it to 2D dash or 2DV. Now go to turbulence, put this to 10%. Now uncheck specular and go to the arrow again on texture. Now do copy channel, and then go to luminance, and then click on this texture, the arrow next to texture, and paste channel. go to brightness and put this to 25, and go to mix strength and put this to 50. So now yours should look like this. I usually put the color to a black, and that's pretty much it for the HRI. If I know how to spell. Okay, so we're gonna put this, and then put this on your sky. Now you should see this. This is a good sign. Go on your sky, right click, Cinema 4D tags, compositing, right here, and then you go to scene by camera and uncheck it. So now we're done with our HRI. There is one more step. Go to mode, project, and then go to default object color, 80% gray, linear workflow, uncheck that. Now it should look good. Okay, so grab a camera just by clicking this button. Now select your camera and go to focal length. This is basically FOV. A lot of people use it, a lot of people don't. I usually set it either on 20 or 25. Personal preference, I'm gonna put it to 22. So yeah. Now I'm gonna grab a circle, and by getting the circle, click and hold on this, and move your mouse around until you see the circle, and then just let go of your mouse. Yeah. Now go on your camera again, and then go down here and put all this to 0, like so, and then click enter. Now go on Z and put this in negative 800. Now you can see your circle. And also, to get out the camera, just click on this little button right here. Now select on your camera again, and now click and hold and put it above your circle until you see that arrow down thing. When you see it, just let go. Now your camera is inside your circle, so if you move your circle, you move your camera at the same time. Now go to mode graph, then mode text. Now put the line into middle and just put in your text. Basically, it's that simple. So I'm just gonna put intro. Yeah, I'm just gonna put intro, I guess. I wouldn't make it for myself, but you know, just choose a font that you guys want to use. This is gonna be a chill intro. Actually, no, what am I saying? I think this will be a good font. I don't really have any other fonts I could use. Yeah, I'm using, oh my god. You guys can find fonts on dafont.com very easily. Oh, okay, this one looks decent. I'm gonna put the horizontal spacing to 4. Now go back to object. Okay, I'm back. So select your mode text, go to depth, put this to 60. Now select your mode text and copy paste. Now on the second text, put this to 40. Now on the same text, the one with 40 depth, go to Z and put it to negative 20. Now go back to the first original text and go back to Z and do negative 30. Now on the now go on the text that has 60 depth, then go to caps, then fill a cap, and put this to 2, 4, 2, 4, just like this. You can pause the video and copy down the settings. Now go back to the text with 40 depth, and go to caps, fill a cap, radius 3, step 6, 3, 6. Just pause the video if I'm going too fast. Now deselect that, select both your text this time. By doing this, it's basically click on one of the texts, hold control, then click on the other. Now go to Y, put this to negative about 70, and this is a pretty cool feature. If you click on this button right here and then go to this view, you should see a green dot. That's basically the middle of the whole text. So pretty much just move it by using the move tool, of course, until you see that green box thing is in the middle of the red. That's when you know you centered your text correctly. So I think that's good. Now go on this box, click and hold, and select null. Now I'm gonna rename this to text. Now select both your text again and put it inside the null by going over it until you see that arrow down, and then now it should be inside it. Now let's put on some mats, man. This is, if you just put on the mats like so, this is how it looks. Looks actually pretty decent, but you know that's not how I want it. So you select your select your mats, and then go to projection, projection, and then go to cubic, and then seamless. Now it should look way better. Looks the same, but trust me, it does work. Like, yeah. Okay. So basically now we are done with the basics. I'm gonna work with the horizontal spacing. I think 2 will work fine. So yeah, we are done with the Lightroom and stuff. Now it's time to actually do the C40. So select both your text, click C. Now you can see I splitted the text into letters. So this is what so now grab your main color, mine's red. I'm also using Supreme's mattes, if you guys don't know. So pretty much grab your color of choice, not your silver, but silver slash grunge. I'm talking about the actual color. So mine's red. I'm gonna put it on the first letter and hold control on the mat and click on it and then drag to another letter. I want this to be, if you guys can tell, it just duplicated it. So yeah, I want the red to be on the I and the O, so that's what I did. Now grab the silver slash grunge. Actually, this is the wrong text. I want it to be over here. So now, with your silver, just hold control and then, you know, duplicate it on the rest of the letters. So this is what I have so far. Now on the other text, do the opposite color on the letter. So if you guys can tell, this O has a red on it. So I'm gonna duplicate the silver on the O. And then on the R, it's silver, so you're supposed to put red, and you know, you guys should get the gist of it now. So now it should look like this. Doesn't look too bad. And if you think the HI is too like dark, you can change the color back to white, so you know it's a bit more bright. You guys can do that. So now we are pretty much done with everything. Time to do the camera movement / C4 sync. So to import your song to C40, I recommend using a .wav file. On my C40 sync tutorial, a lot of people said they couldn't like import their song. It was mainly because of this right here. It had to be .wav. So yeah. So pretty much, yeah, make sure it's .wav, and also, you guys can use like mp3cut.net. I think you can just cut your song by that, or you can use Sony Vegas or a video editor to just cut the song, like what I did. So I recommend using Sony Vegas now for finding the keyframes to start out with the C40 sync and stuff. So basically, put in your song, the cut version of it, and then go on the try to find the first like drop. Like mine's around right here or so. Yeah, mine's about right here. So after you find it in Sony Vegas, make sure you click M for the marker tool. So now it's marked. You can of course delete it or move it. After you find the drop, you go to the video itself, then go down to frame, and then you just see what frame it is on. But go to properties first and make sure your frame rate is the same thing as your actual frame rate in your project. So mine's 60 FPS, not 30. So I'm gonna change that to 122 frames. So I'm gonna find 122 right here. In C40, after you find the drop, you press space on your button, on your keyboard, I mean, and then it should put a marker down, and that's what we kind of need. So everything will most likely be easier now because it's more visible where you can, do. Before we start with the camera movement, let me show you guys what to do with your text real quick. So select all your letters on one of the texts, and then click on this button right here. Then go to the position and put that to all zeros and click apply. If you can tell, it didn't move your letters, it just moved like, it's hard to explain, but it moved something, but not visibly, if my English was good. And also put your rotation to 0. Unless you already rotated it, then yeah. Now do the same thing on the other text. Make sure this thing is selected. After you're done with that, uncheck it, and now yeah, it should look good. Wait, actually no. Turn this on and go to each letter like this from both texts, and you should see this box right here. When you select this, just move it inside the letter, like in the middle of it. That's the middle for me. Now I'm going to do it for the rest of the letters, so it is kind of time consuming, you can say, but this is what I do on most of my intros actually, and it's very useful. Like this. Now let me do it on the O. Yep, the O is already centered, so after you're done, make sure you uncheck that. So looks like we are good, pretty much. So let me do the simple cam movement that everyone pretty much does. I'm just joking, but let me see. So get your rotation tool right here and select your circle, and then basically just move it around somewhere. I'm gonna move it behind the text. Yo, I'm back, sorry about that. Okay, so pretty much keyframe by using this button right here on the 0th frame. Then go, if you're doing this in 60 FPS, go to your drop and then go 10 frames back. But if you're doing this in 30 FPS, then go to your drop and go 5 frames back. It's different with the frame rates, I don't know why. So I'm doing this in 60 FPS, so I have to go 10 frames back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there. Now I'm gonna rotate this. If you want precise rotations, click on the colors, so like green, then hold shift and then move it. You can see it's more precise if you do that. If you do this with the blue one, same thing. Do it with the red one, same thing. So I'm gonna do a little turn. English is terrible in the morning. Okay, sorry about that again. Oh my god, my freaking recorder is spazzing out. That's amazing. But anyways, go to the drop and rotate this until you see the text visibly. So about right here, and click on this button. Okay, now we're done with the circle movement. Now let's work with the camera. Okay, put this to -1500. Then click on this button to keyframe, and then go back to the drop, and then go back 10 or 5 frames. It matters about your project. So if you're 30 FPS, go 5 frames back. If you're 60 FPS, go 10 frames back. In my case, I'm 60 FPS, so 10 frames back. Now after you do that, go to Z on the camera, put to -450, click enter. Now click the keyframe button right here. Now go on your drop and put it to about 750 or more. It matters about your text. So just keyframe it. Now we are done with the camera movements. Now let's do the text movements. So remember that null that we made a while back on the text? So basically that's going to be in use right now. So click on the null that you made with both the text inside of it, and go to rotation on the P and put -360. Click enter and then keyframe. Now go back to your drop and go 5 or 10 frames back. It matters about your frame rate once again. So after you do that, put this to -100. Click enter, keyframe. Now let's see how this looks. Now on your drop, put your rotation to -50 and enter and keyframe. So yeah, now we are done with that. Now go back to your Sony Vegas and go and try to find the next beat that you want to C4D sync. I want to C4D sync this beat, so I already marked it, already found it. It's on frame 290. And then go to that frame, then click space button. Then go 10 or 5 frames back, like so. After you do that, go on your text, make sure your text is still selected, and put the rotation to 45. Okay, sorry about that. OBS for the win, right? So after you keyframed it on your frame, go select your circle now and hold shift and on either the green or red or blue, and then move it a little bit. I'm gonna move the green and blue, not really the red, and then click on the keyframe button. Sorry about all the cuts and stuff. My OBS is like messed up. So now it should look like this, and that's kind of what we wanted. So I have to say, I kind of like this. So now go on your second C4D sync and then go back, 10 or 5 frames on the camera, and then on the camera put it, go on the Z, and if yours is at, like, for example, -800, put it to -900. Just add 100 to it. So mine's -1000, so I have to add -1100. Then click apply, then keyframe. Okay. So now on your actual second drop or second, C4D sync, you can say, Do something with your circle, like move it around like a lot, I guess. I'm gonna do this in keyframe. And then I'm gonna rotate the text a bit, like this. Just hold shift on the red, like this. And I'm gonna do something with the camera too. I'm gonna make it go back a bit, so negative about 1,800, or maybe 2,000 would work. That's a bit too much. Let's do 850 and then keyframe. So it looks like we're done with all this C4D sync for the second beat. So it looks good so far. It looks really good. Now on the go find your second beat / drop that you want to C4D sync. I already found it pretty much. It's on 318. Let's find that. Spacebar and go 10 frames back. I'm gonna rotate that a bit. Now with the camera, move it around like I said a bit. And then like I said, with the camera too, go add 100 to it and then keyframe. Now I think we're done with all that. Now with the camera or circle, I mean, just move around again. I'm gonna make it look upside down. Wait, I'm gonna edit this a bit. Let's see this. That's a bit weird. Yeah, there. And then I'm gonna rotate this a little bit like this. Keyframe. And then with the camera, I'm gonna put it back to about negative. I'm gonna make it really close. This. Actually, I'm gonna put this back to what I originally had at the beginning. Okay, let's try to find our next C4D sync. Unless you're already done, then just Now I found my next beat to C4D sync. It's at 516. So 516. Go about 516, and then go 5 or 10 frames back, like this. And then, like I said, either add it or subtract it. Subtract 100 to the camera. Then I'm gonna turn this bit. Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of wanted. And then with the text now just rotated with the red axis. Now go on your C4D sync, your third one, and then move it around like I said. So let's see, let's rotate this a bit more. Actually, that's a bit way too much. Yep, that's what I kind of wanted. So now with the camera, I'm going to make this go about back a little bit. Then on your C4E, your third marker, just rotate the text like this, keyframe it. Now this time we're going to open up the text like this, and then we're going to select all the letters, and then go either 5 or 10 frames back from the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then click on this button, and then now go on your C4D sync, your third marker I'm at, and then choose each oh my god, my English sucks. Choose your first letter, like this, and then rotate it a bit, like so, keyframe, and then do the same thing to the rest. You don't even have to select the green or the red or the blue, just like click in the middle and then rotate it. And same thing with the T, like this. Now with the R, now with the O. So pretty much after you do that, after you finish with all the letters, let's see how this looks. Actually, I'm gonna work with the camera a bit. Yep, I'm kind of liking that. Now go to the next C4D sync that you want to do. Mine's on this 543. There. Then I'm gonna go. Oh my god. Then I'm going to go 10 frames back. Wait, what was it? 543. 5. Keyframe. See how our recording going? It's going pretty good. Okay, and then after you do the C4D sync, at the end, you just moved a little bit in keyframe. You guys can do the if you guys have more C4D sync to do, just do what I just pretty much did. Like, you know, do markers and then keyframe and stuff, and then keep it going until you're at the end, pretty much. Now with the letters, select all of them again, and then go 10 or 5 frames back, keyframe, and then go on the C4 desync marker, and then select the first keyframe that we did, and then right click, copy, and then paste. Then it should go back to normal. Then it should go back to normal, and that's what we kind of wanted. Now, I'm pretty much done. I just need to do the camera, and then I'm pretty much done. Keyframe. Keyframe. So it looks like we're pretty much done. Let's see how this looks. Oh, also, if you guys don't know what I'm doing Control R to just look at it at certain perspectives. Like, you know, sometimes it's dark, sometimes really bright. You know, it just really matters at the angle, you can say. I'm liking this so far. I think we're pretty much done with this. Yep, we're done. That's pretty much, and when you're done, click on this button right here, and you're rendering it now. Make sure you have a designated place to, you know, save it, and don't save all your PNGs on the desktop. Make sure you make a folder, cause yeah. Anyways, so if you guys do enjoy the tutorial, this is for C4D. Make sure you guys have a great day, and yeah, next week is AE. So yeah, see ya.